Rich homie Quan, a platinum selling rapper in Atlanta, is dead, TMZ Hip Hop has confirmed. Rich died Thursday in his Atlanta home, according to his family and a rep for the Fulton County Morgue. Rich homie Quan's family tells TMZ Hip Hop that they are shattered and heartbroken by his sudden death. No cause of death has been reported, and they're desperately searching for answers. So, what we do know, and this is the rumor, that allegedly it was from a drug overdose. That's what they are saying. We don't know that until they actually do the autopsy, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a rush on it, and we should be hearing something soon. But with that being said, I do have the 911 audio.
With you, okay?
Okay.
Amber
Amber
911,
Williams.
operator 7214. What is the location of your emergency? All right, you need police, fire, or ambulance?
I need an ambulance.
Tell me exactly what happened.
My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night. Sleep on the couch. I left him on the couch before I took my son to school this morning, put a blanket over him. And now I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
And you said, hold on, you said on the couch, and what happened?
I said I put a cover over him because it gets a little cool. He's in the living room. And now I just checked on him because I see he never got up. And I don't see him breathing. I don't feel a heartbeat or anything. And I turned him over. I see he kind of foamed at the mouth.
I'm sorry, are you saying he's not breathing? Is that correct? I'm not hearing you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. If there's
Yes.
a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Is there a what?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Okay.
I need to know about how old he is.
He's 34.
Okay, are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay, please put your phone on speaker so your hands are free to help.
Can I add his dad to the call? He's trying to call me back because I called him first before I called you.
Okay, so we need to help. We need to help your boyfriend now. Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
He is not waking up. Quick.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, you got to get him to the floor. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
Flat on his back on the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
Help me. He's not here.
Yeah,
Were you able to get him to the floor?
Yes, he's not. His heart not beating or anything.
Sad to hear. It's unfortunate. The crazy thing is, I didn't even know this happened. I was just talking because a song had came on. This was, I think, yesterday. I was on the way back, and I was like, "Damn, I wonder what." Because they played one of his joints. I was like, "What? I wonder what happened to homie, man." Because I know they were like, I know he wasn't doing that well. I heard he had some problems with his, his record deal and everything. And I was like, man, it's so crazy how the rap industry is, how fickle it is, and how people could just forget about you just like that. He was on top of the world at one time, and just to hear this is actually news to me now. I didn't even know. I guess I was one of the individuals who was under rock. So for me, and just to think about that yesterday and then now to hear that this happened, man, it hits hard. I hate to see young brothers go out like that for whatever reason it was. It was definitely too early, and it's a shame, man. And she didn't even know what to do. She didn't even know what was going on. She probably didn't even know how to check for a pulse to see what's going on with him. I think it's important for us to kind of educate ourselves, pay attention to people when they speak, because I mean, just from the clues, just from the 911 call and what people are saying, the rumors, it looks like he might have been dabbling into something that possibly that he shouldn't have. And sometimes we just got to talk to people. I make it my business to do that, man. I try to help people out all the time because I realize that I might be that only voice of reason, right? I've had to help walk some people off a bridge because they just they weren't doing well, right? And we don't support each other like that, particularly men, unfortunately. And it's not to exclude women, but it's harder for men because men, we're a lot of times supposed to be tough, supposed to be hard, and we're not allowed to be vulnerable. So a lot of times we try to self-soothe or cope, and it'll bring us into situations like this, whether it's inadvertent or deliberate. So we just have to check on people. Sometimes you need to see how they're doing. I know we're all busy and everything, but in the midst of all of our busyness, we have to just check in with people to see how they doing. There's nothing wrong with calling your brother and seeing what's up. Sometimes they need that voice, and you need to listen to people when they talk and try to pay attention to the context clues. Like when you see things going on, you got to be open to it, and don't judge people when they come to you with these issues, because sometimes people will come to you with issues and our first instinct is to say man up, but it's not always just man up. Sometimes they might really need that help. You might be that one person that they really would talk to, because sometimes people don't seek help. A lot of times they won't, whether it's because of the embarrassment or they might not even have the resources or don't know how to get a hold of those resources. So just check on your people. I'll leave it there for now.
All right, I'm gonna go to you, Sherelle. What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's really sad because it happens often in our day-to-day lives, right? So as Black people, it's happening in our community on a consistent basis, whether it's our cousins, our friends, and it seems like when it happens to one of the celebrities, the world stops to recognize it. But how many times have it actually happened? You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, we do have people who are on drugs, and drugs are heavily promoted in our community instead of mental health, instead of other ways to heal through trauma, because we do, grow up with a lot of trauma, but instead of positive ways to cope through it, we choose to like numb the pain with different drugs, alcohol, and that's promoted as normalcy, right? Until we don't know where these drugs are coming from, we don't know who's lacing it, and it's always one of these unfortunate events to just let us see that wow, we actually are still a lot broken, and we need to find positive outlets to heal ourselves, because trying to numb the pain is taking us all the way out the game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Go ahead, Law.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things. So I heard that call earlier today, and for me, it was hard to hear because maybe about a year and a half ago, my god brother actually lost his daughter's mother the same way without the drug use. You know what I mean? It was like pneumonia. He went, took care of some business, came home, and she was on the couch, and it kind of drummed up some of those emotions just hearing it, because I could hear in that call, I could hear it in the girl's voice how she just was lost. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those situations where, man, if it does have anything to do with drugs, man, we got to do better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things where, like I was saying, using those mechanisms to cope is volatile and dangerous. You know what I mean? The boy was 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. And he was super talented. So it's like to have that snatched away like that is just super difficult. And I just wish that I wish it didn't have to go like that, but it is what it is. We don't make these rules, so it's sad. That's all I really got on it, man. It really did drum up some emotions from, close situations that I've been involved in.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Chanel.
Well, I didn't get a chance to hear what you just played. However,
Oh wow.
Uh, man, I don't know what's going on. Go ahead, Ruth.
I had nothing to do with this. Stop blaming me, y'all. um, yeah, this is really sad. At first, I was like, "Why she not freaking out?" But I think people get in shock when things like this happen. You get numb. You don't know what's going on, and you can't judge somebody's reaction. Panicking is not going to really get you nowhere. And when it hit her, you can hear it in the call, or it's hitting her like he might not really wake up. Like she probably just thinking, "I hope he's still sleeping." So it's really sad. I think that mental health is we gotta go to therapy, man. We have to really deal with our issues. Um, I think that even when you go to therapy, you gotta realize like things hit you deeper than you think. That's the revelation I got today. Like things bother you still that you thought you fixed, or you thought you got over, or you didn't deal with it before the way you thought, and things trigger it. Just like when Law said that brought back memories. This one right here, I had to call 911 for him. He almost lost his life when he was 1 year old. I had just did infant CPR class. I don't know. I was just trying to start a random business, and they taught me how to do CPR in that class. And I ended up saving his life, but not because of what she said. She was trying to, like, sometimes the 911 people can be like frustrating. It was, if I depended on them in the ambulance, he would have been gone. I was about to lose him. I reached into his mouth, swiped out. It was something stuck right here, like a little shelf piece that he put in his mouth, and he was turning blue. I ended up pulling it out, and that's like a no. You're not supposed to put your finger in there, but something told me just to pull it out, and he was just fine. um like I was freaking out. I was like I didn't know what to do. It was you're just like in a day. So I definitely feel her. I know what she had went through, but thank God he was, he made it alive. So we do need to go to do CPR. You got to know what a defibrillator is. You got to know how to use those things. If you have children, that should be like a prerequisite, because anything can happen at any time, and for grown people too. So we got to get more educated about how to handle like choking and different things, and about the drugs. Like, they're grown people. There's nothing we can do, but you got to really think about things you can prevent. You don't ever have to take drugs, so you never have to put yourself in that position. So you got to find other ways to cope with your issues.
Okay. All right, Chanel, you there? Let's try again.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I didn't get a chance to hear what you played. However, I did hear the 911 call earlier, so I'm not sure what all you played. But the part that I heard, I agree with what everyone's saying, but the operator was really frustrating me. And it just could be because it's just me, because she was really frustrating. Like, I mean, she couldn't understand nothing the girl was saying. And I understand the girl she was frantic, but she still was very clear in her conversation. And this woman basically made her repeat everything over and over again. So that I was just frustrated listening to the call with the operator.
All right, go ahead, M. White.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace to him. 34 young. Drugs, they real. And I agree with Chanel. I was a little frustrated with the operator listening to her too. Um, it seemed kind of like, I mean, you can't blame her for him, being in that situation, but it just didn't seem like it was a urgency or empathy, like either in either direction.